When it comes to the once Wild West, Wyoming, the most rural state in America, has never been tamed. With rugged natural beauty that can stretch for literally as far as the eye can see, this part of the country stands out as a rare example of nature untouched. And it's not the only rare sight.
I'm very fortunate in the fact that I can make a living doing what I truly enjoy doing, and that's being a cowboy.
Yeah. At 67 years old, Gary Sekotnik can still corral his cattle. The lifetime rancher says this work is more of a calling than a job, and his connection to this land never more evident than when he has a chance to show and tell its history.
When the first settlers moved here, there were no trees. It was all just sagebrush ground.
Sekotnik's family laid claim to this piece of heaven in southwest Wyoming back in 1908. Those decades of ownership have brought with them a huge sense of pride, and even more so, enormous responsibility.
We are active environmentalists, not environmental activists. If we abuse the land this year, there is no next year.
But even the best stewards can't tame Mother Nature, and that's turned this land into a battleground against the bone-dry climate.
You can see the contrast here between what's being irrigated by the sprinkler and what's dry land now.
The lack of water has meant huge problems for local livestock and wildlife, especially this elusive bird, the sage grouse. So few have they become that the federal government has listed the sage grouse as a potentially endangered species. That's where energy company Shell stepped in and began a project called the Healthy Lands Initiative.
The environment is a really important part of our business here.
The initiative provides funding for things such as sprinkler systems, solar pumps, and fence lines, all to enhance habitat. Amy Davidson is with Shell drilling operations in Pinedale, a fair stretch, some 60 miles from Gary Sekotnik's ranch.
The Healthy Lands Initiative was a project that Shell wanted to do that was outside of the bounds of the Pinedale Anticline. It's not attached to the Pinedale Anticline project at all.
I wouldn't have thought that a gas and oil company would have provided the funds they have in an area so far removed for where they have any drilling activity.
But when you drill the land, you have a responsibility to look after it. It's an obligation that workers like Amy Davidson take very seriously. She knows that money for innovative environmental solutions is crucial to paving that path to preservation.
That makes you feel pretty good at the end of the day, that you're taking a look and you're making it a better place, and it makes you pretty proud.
This is a classic example of private and public partnerships that works well for wildlife and range conservation.
In some ways, it's an unusual alliance, but essential if the way of life experienced by Gary Sekotnik is to be passed along to future generations.